Time and Temp, sponsored by Ain't Too Proud at the Fox Theater, June 6th and 7th.
11Alive News at 4 p.m. starts now.
First to 4, smoke causing hazy sunshine over North Georgia right now, but I'm also keeping my eyes on the tropics. Will this develop off the coast of Georgia? We'll break it down.
And as of right now, we are looking at slow and go throughout the connector. Make sure that you pack your patience as you leave the house this evening. I have an update on your evening commute coming up.
5 families displaced after a DeKalb County apartment fire. What we're learning about how some escaped and the investigation now into what caused it.
And the terrifying attack at a Jewish event in Colorado. What we are learning tonight about the suspect now facing federal hate crime charges. And that is our top story tonight. Thanks so much for joining us at 4 o'clock. I'm Faith Jesse.
And I'm Cheryl Preheim. A makeshift flamethrower was used to set people on fire in Boulder, Colorado, according to police.
That's right. At least 8 people were injured. A suspect was arrested. And Lee Waldman has more on what authorities are calling a targeted anti-Semitic attack.
There's a male with a blowtorch setting people on fire.
Chaos in Boulder, Colorado Sunday as a man yelling "Free Palestine" allegedly used a makeshift flamethrower and Molotov cocktails to set people on fire during a Jewish community event.
I need more ambulance. Send me at least 4 or 5.
We got bombarded with lots of 911s. I know that there was at least one party rolling around in flames.
Witnesses describe seeing the flames as people poured buckets of water onto burn victims. At least 8 people were hurt between the ages of 52 and 88, according to authorities. Among the injured is a Holocaust survivor. 2 victims were airlifted to the Denver metro area, with one victim, quote, very seriously injured, police said.
She really felt like this happened not just to her, but to the whole community and the Jewish community and the larger community. This was a trauma that affects a lot of people.
The suspect had been identified as 45-year-old Mohammed Sabri Solomon, according to the FBI. Boulder County jail records show he was booked Sunday on multiple felony charges, including 1 count of explosives or incendiary devices used during a felony, and charged with a federal hate crime. Solomon is not a U.S. citizen and overstayed a tourist visa, officials said. One law enforcement source said after committing the attack, Solomon said, quote, I did it to avenge my people.
We will continue to support the victims and help uncover the events leading up to this terrible attack.
Solomon is being held on a $10 million bond, according to jail records. I'm Lee Walden reporting.
What we do know is that following the attack in Boulder, leaders across the country are reacting. In a post on Truth Social, President Donald Trump calling the assault horrific and blamed what he called Biden's open border policy, saying that the suspect should be deported under his own immigration policies and that terrorism will be prosecuted to the fullest extent. Senator John Ossoff also condemning this attack, calling it a heinous act of terrorism against the Jewish community. He says he remains committed to fighting anti-Semitism and ensuring the safety of Jewish communities here in Georgia and across the country. We are expecting an update at 4:30 on this investigation. We will bring it to you live when it happens. Meanwhile, to read more about the suspect and the victims involved here in this Boulder attack, you can head to our website, 11alive.com. You'll find the story on our homepage.
And that attack comes in Colorado as tensions in the Middle East continue to escalate. In Gaza, at least 30 Palestinians were killed and more than 200 wounded Sunday as large crowds gathered for food assistance. Witnesses say that Israeli forces opened fire near an aid distribution site. Israel's military denies targeting civilians, saying their troops were not involved in the shooting. The UN Secretary General is now calling for an independent investigation as criticism grows over the U.S.-backed aid operation involved.
Well, back here at home, let's get a check of your 11Alive weather impact forecast. We want to get straight over to meteorologist Melissa Nord. It looks a little cloudy out there. What does it look like right now?
But at least it's bright and it's dry as well. It's been nice to have a stretch after how wet the finish of May was. But although we see a few clouds, you also might notice how hazy things are outside today and over the weekend. We've got this conveyor belt of smoke from wildfires in Canada being brought south with the jet stream winds, and that's brought hazy sunshine to North Georgia over the weekend and again today. And even into tomorrow, our forecast shows more of that lower level smoke working its way into North Georgia. This will create really nice sunsets that really vivid red color right around the sun, but it also does degrade the air quality a little bit. Moderate for air quality conditions right now over Georgia, and that's what I expect them to be tomorrow as well. But it's warmer than yesterday. 84 in Atlanta, 82 in Peachtree City, 81 Duluth, even close to 80 in some of those North Georgia mountains. We'll see filtered sunshine through sunset, and then overnight tonight, mostly clear to partly cloudy skies. Really comfortable start tomorrow morning, and another dry day is expected. But meanwhile, while we track sunshine here in North Georgia, look at all these thunderstorms pushing across the west coast of Florida. This is actually an area of low pressure that is going to have a low potential of development off the coast of Georgia later this week. We'll talk about the models, what that will mean for our impacts here locally coming up. Danielle?
All right, Melissa, as of right now, we are keeping our eye around the perimeter. There are 2 accidents I want to tell you about. This is a brand new crash. Our system actually has not populated it yet, but it is at the top end of the 285 perimeter right now in Chamblee. They have moved this accident off to the shoulder. You can kind of see it there in the very, very corner. Police are on the scene right now. It's not causing any backups at that area, but the traffic is already backed up just from normal slow and go in DeKalb County on 285 at the north end. As you take a closer look, though, even on the east side, I-20 westbound crash at exit 67A. That crash has been working for a while. It looks like it has been cleared. This is a live look at 285 and North Decatur Road. Not seeing any big accidents or any incidents or backups there either. We'll keep our eye on it. Here's a quick look at the Brookwood split to the south side split. 20 minutes, 23 miles an hour, taking from the top end to the bottom end of the split.
All right, Danielle, thanks a lot. An apartment fire in DeKalb County forced several people to jump for their lives. It happened at an apartment complex on Brockett Road in Clarkston. 11Alive's Dan Kennedy shows us how it all unfolded.
A man and a woman had to jump from the second floor of an apartment to escape the flames. They had to go to the hospital. The woman with cuts to her leg. The man may have a broken leg, we're told. But you can imagine they are grateful to be alive today. Yellow tape blocked off that apartment building here at the Mirador at Idlewood complex for hours on Monday. That fire broke out minutes after 1 this morning in a first floor unit. Firefighters got here and found heavy flames. Meanwhile, people on the second floor took matters into their own hands. Before fire crews arrived, we learned at least 3 people either jumped or climbed down to safety.
Once we got here, we began to evacuate the building and make sure everybody was out safely, and we began extinguishment shortly after.
So I found a lot of smoke in my house, so I was obligated to run and jump because I live upstairs. So I don't know. So I saw the fire.
And this was not a far drive for firefighters. Right across the street from those apartments where we're standing now is DeKalb Fire Station 23. It's now up to fire investigators to determine the cause of that fire. Reporting in Clarkston, Dan Kennedy, 11Alive News.
Dan, thank you. They were so close, yet those residents still had to jump. So right now, the Red Cross is helping 5 families who are now displaced.
And now to this, jury selection got underway today in the trial of Atlanta rapper Cash Out, whose real name is John Michael Hakeem Gibson. He's facing a number of charges, including rape and assault. Prosecutors say Gibson did not act alone here. They say that he, along with 4 others, used their music label to recruit women with promises of money and status, and then force them into commercial sex work. We'll keep you updated as this trial unfolds. And a man has been convicted of murder after a deadly shooting at a Norcross baby shower 2 years ago. Gwinnett County jury found 28-year-old Esteban Avila Vega guilty of killing 39-year-old Angel Maldonado Ramirez during an argument. Prosecutors say that Avila Vega fired more than a dozen shots after a dispute over a gun in 2023. We know that he will be sentenced at a later date here. And the Gwinnett County District Attorney said, quote, "There is no place for gun violence in Gwinnett County, but a baby shower is an especially egregious place to be armed."
Right now, Gwinnett County Police are asking for your help finding 2 missing teenage boys. Gwinnett Police say 13-year-old Grant Nickel was last seen wearing a black sweatpants and a black hooded sweatshirt. Investigators believe he may not be alone. They think he's with 14-year-old Kymir Fraley, who hasn't been seen since last Tuesday. According to his family, he was last seen wearing khaki sweatpants and a black hoodie. If you know anything about where these guys might be, please reach out to Gwinnett County Police. A new warning for travelers, why the CDC says some should think twice before boarding a plane as measles cases continue to climb.
And summer is almost here. Many are headed to the beach, but there's a hidden danger in the water you may not see until it's too late. The simple steps that could save your life if you are caught in a rip current.
All right, here's a look at 285 in DeKalb County. A big backup. We are looking at an accident that is at the top end of the perimeter. I have more details coming up next after the break.
Atlanta, we're paying attention to what matters to you.
Tackling the rising costs of living and transportation challenges. Weather impact forecasts alerting you before the storm hits. Investigations that hold leaders accountable for your safety. Should we be pushing harder?
This is just a lot of power being used.
Our team won't stop working to find solutions for you every day.
11Alive News at 6.
Local news and weather to help make your life better.